Is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back. You can call us here at 737-7767 with any question you might have related to hunting or fishing. Till those calls start coming in, I got a question. Randall, in the last segment, you talked about the moon being either above or below our feet, and that's your major feeding times. And if people will look, they can even use the TWRA app. Also has the feeding times, by the way. But the minor times are when you're saying it's directly east or west, which to me, that's telling me that regardless, they're going to eat or move every 6 hours anyway. They got to. They're just, the only thing they're made on this earth to do is eat, sleep, and breed. Yeah. So, you know, they're eating and sleeping, and then the breeding comes during the rut period. So they're mainly eating and sleeping. Is that the way?
You might see a deer standing up anytime.
Yeah.
But when you got 6 or 7 around here, 3 of them might be laying down, the other 4 might be middling off out here 30 or 70 yards and eating, but they know where each other is all the time. But when that little time comes in, I don't know, you know, what they know or nothing. Like I say, nothing's guaranteed. And it's like the rut. When the rut starts, that don't mean that every bug jumps up on the same morning.
No.
And they figure a time. You know, it's the most misunderstood thing about an animal. And I don't let a moon or nothing else tell me when to go hunting. I mean, it does now. It does during the full moon and the new moon on that rut, or if I'm in the mood to hunt. You know, when it's cold weather and I'm going hunting, I want a full moon. You can bet I'm going to be out there on a full moon, you know, on that day, in the middle of the day. And it took me a while to catch on to it, but a nobody of mine named Kevin Teets that hunts Fort Campbell, and if it's got hair, it better stay hid. You know, if he goes after it, him and his son is Taylor, and Taylor's probably killed more coyotes right now than, or as many as anybody, you know, in the state. They just, them boys just hunt. But Kevin was telling me about it, so I went and tried it. He was saying something about the 2 hours and then the 1 hour thing. Well, neither one of us really knew what we was talking about there, you know. I sure did. So I started kind of watching that moon there around the house on them old deer. Where they come, they're on it. You know, I mean, you was asking about the weather a while ago. It don't matter if it's hot. What's he going to do? Lay there and die because it's hot? Yeah. No, they're going to eat.
Yeah, he lives there no matter what. It don't matter, you know. We got, what line do we have a caller on?
3. We got Bob. Bob, how can we help you?
Yeah, this is Bob.
Yes, sir.
The shotgun for turkey, fire turkey shotgun is October the 13th to the 26th.
13th through the 26th.
That's correct.
All right, Bob. Thank you so much.
I believe we might know this caller here.
Huh?
I believe we might know this fella here.
Aren't you?
Yeah. How you doing, Dad?
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Bob. So October 13th through the 26th.
Who is on 4?
John, how can we help you?
Well, hey, Hugh.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
John Schaefer, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, you guys talking all that deer hunting. You need a good fishing report. So that's why I called in.
Well, give me one.
Let us have one.
So, all you deer hunters, you can go in your stand and you give the lake to our.
We'll do it.
And what I'll do is I'll give you a load of crappie and you give me a load of venison.
We can do that.
That's fair deal.
That's trade. That's trade. That's called a barter.
Yeah.
You probably heard this, but yeah, that's exactly right. Priest is, I mean, they're catching. I was out last Sunday, but I don't think it's changed much at this point with warm temperatures. But I was still trolling and catching some 14-inch plus crappie. Okay.
Goodness.
So water temperature is 77. Usually at 80 and above, they, you know, in the summer they'll get going. So it's about to shut off, and you could probably just slow troll minnows. But this is the time if you got a big enough freezer, you want crappie in them. All right. So,
now's the time, isn't it?
I mean, and here's the thing, Hugh. You can deer hunt in the morning, and you can crappie fish in the afternoon.
He's right.
Yeah. Or follow your moon guide. And
he's right. You're exactly right, John. And there's also, I found out that in right where one of my rod boxes is, it's perfectly hold a 30-06.
That's exactly right.
So
That is exactly right.
there's nothing that says you can't be a two-phase kind of hunter and fisherman.
That's right.
Well, I know around Priest, I'll see people going up and coming off islands and stuff. I'm assuming they can hunt there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good hunting around Percy
For a
Priest.
while. Yeah, but some probably do both. But as the temperatures get cooler, I mean, people, you know how it is. They think that once summer comes, crappie, stop biting. And for me, that's when they turn on. Trolling and crankbait, big crappie.
I love it when you say it's
people
big
like to
crappie.
eat. Yeah, they like to, so don't be, just because the temperature is, we're getting in the fall, I mean, don't think the crappie aren't biting, because, I mean, if you're on your couch, they're not biting. No, right?
No, they're not there. But I'm just not used to fall with it 92 degrees.
No.
That's true. I didn't see this coming this week.
No.
The water
been rough.
temperature, I can tell you, was at Priest was 77. Last weekend, I went over at Old Hickory and did a little bass fishing. It was 72, so it is cooling down a little bit.
Good.
Because the nights are cold, but there's a little fishing report. We'll be in touch. I just wanted to give you my input from me being on the water.
Thank you, John.
you for calling.
Schaefer.
All right, thank you. We'll be in touch.
See you, John. Well,
Linda, how are you doing tonight?
What?
Linda,
Yes.
how can we help you tonight? Linda,
All right.
how can we help you tonight? What's your question? Thank you. I can't tell. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. Sorry, Linda. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. She couldn't hear us or something, so we hate that. But Devin, you've already pulled the trigger on one.
Yes, sir.
And I mean by bowstring trigger. so talk to us.
We got a picture of that. Let's pull that up while we're talking about it.
Tyler, of his deer. Do you have that available?
Well, while he's searching for it,
All right, we'll give you a
we'll have it up here in a second. Tell us a little bit about the one you got this past week.
Well, I was sitting there and it got close to dark. I seen this 6-pointer coming across the field. I thought, if a bigger one don't come out or a doe don't come out, I'm gonna shoot him. So he walks up right in front of me 14 yards, and I waited a couple more minutes to see if another one would come out. I ranged him. I thought, nah, I'm gonna shoot him. So I just shot him, hit him right in the shoulder. It's the loudest smack I've ever heard shooting one. He didn't run far at all.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty deer, man.
I'll tell you something. There ain't nothing like breaking ice.
I tell you, he should have brought some buddies with him, because if you come out in front of Devin, you're in trouble, man.
You're in trouble.
And,
But now, Randall, this is all your fault.
Yeah.
And I'm tickled to death.
I'm telling you.
I want them to have fun. It just thrills me every time.
Yeah. You went out on your own and got this one, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
went
He's
out on
killed.
his own.
You killed several like that, ain't you, buddy? Mm-hmm. I posted the other day with it on there, but he done got to where now I ain't nobody. No, it ain't that bad yet.
It ain't that bad.
you still got a couple
we
years
still
out.
have hunting. I can't wait till
Duck season?
all of it. Well, it used to be all about me. It's all about him now.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, now give that fair shot now. That's because of you too. I mean, you kind of switched your direction too. You'd rather see him bring one out, drag one out than you had.
Oh yeah,
And
we were
I
talking.
think that's what grandparents and parents do, you know?
We were talking about some of the old stuff tonight, and I'd see an old turkey, and I'd come back to camp or something. I'd call him. Buddy, there's an old turkey down here, man. I'm gonna name him Rope, So old Devin, he come down there. He come down there at camp one day, and he said, "Pappy, I'm gonna kill Rope." Sure enough, about 5 o'clock, he talks to me with that gunshot. Boom, boom, you know. And then you get the text, I got rope. You know?
I got rope.
Yeah,
But Randall, is there anything like having your kinfolk, your grandson, your son, and all of that, passing it down? There's nothing like it, is there?
Nah.
It gives a man a new feeling to me. It does.
Yeah, it's a different kind of enjoyment. It's even better enjoyment. I mean, you know, it's hard to explain.
You're passing yours on to your daughter.
Yeah.
And Emery, we before the show, while you guys talking moon phases, Emery and I talking about chiggers and ticks.
Yeah, she got wore out by someone we hunted this past weekend. She's got a story now to tell everybody about when to move and when not to move. We learned a good lesson this weekend. So we saw a good deer, and he came out on us real close. And long story short, she was filming I've been showing her how to film. She's done great with it, and she was filming the younger buck in front of us. And when the older one came out, she moved at the wrong time, and he evacuated the area pretty quickly. But she learned that lesson, and she's been telling people all week, you know, that she ran this deer off. But she'll know from now on and forever, if there's one in front of her, that there's probably more around. She'll remember that forever.
How old is Emery again now?
She's 7 years old this year.
7 years old. So see there.
Yep. And she'll, like I say, she's told me 10 times this week, you know, I'm not going to move again. If I see a deer, I'm not going to move again. You know, because it's how you learn. And it's just the same way he's learned.
A lot of people in Tennessee don't understand that actually by law, when the umbilical cord is severed, you're legal to hunt.
Yeah.
In Tennessee.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to wait.
You can't hunt on a youth hunt. You can't hunt on a wildlife management area, but you can start hunting in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And the thing is I'm proud to see we're getting a lot more pictures now of females and little girls getting involved in fishing, hunting, shooting sports, whatever. And I'm proud to see it. I'm proud that we've got
I post a lot
both genders.
I post a lot of stuff on social media. And when I do that, it's not for people as old as me that already knows how to hunt. There's a lot of old guys, and I know them. Out here on these pages, I know hundreds of them that know what to do. We ain't teaching them nothing.
No.
Yeah.
But when I post something, it's for you folks that just really don't know a lot. And it's confusing because a lot of people think if they've got this, they can go out there and they can kill that rutting buck, because if the moon's going to rise at 3 o'clock, by 3:15, they're going to be at the checking station.
Yeah.
It don't happen like that.
No.
But when it does, it's fun.
It is fun. It is a lot of fun.
But don't be afraid to try anything when you go hunting. That's the only way you'll know whether it works or not. That's the only way you'll know whether it's going to work for you. And sometimes it just don't work for anybody.
That's right.
No matter what it is.
That's right.
But them moons, if you'll use them moons, you will eventually catch on.
That's right. All right, we got to do our tip of the week.
That's right. And this week's tip of the week is being sponsored by Davidson Farmers Co-op. You can go see them right there on Dickerson Pike, right off of Bradley Parkway, or give them a shout. That's 615-860-4774.
All right, you got a tip? Because I got one too.
Well, yeah, I guess we're talking about deer tonight. You know, we'll kind of stick with that for just a minute. But a lot of people are already talking. Randall's seen it. I'm sure Devin's seen it. You yourself, they're talking October lull. My deer are gone. They've disappeared. Where'd they go? My neighbor must be feeding them. They're not on those mineral sites right now. They're not going to be in your green fields near as much. They're on the acorns, and you've got to find acorns. Persimmons. Devin used a persimmon tree the other day. And we were talking about those deer I had coming and feeding in the middle of the day. Persimmon tree. 11:45 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The last 3 days they've been on a persimmon tree. So be sure you switch your habits with their habits, and you'll have a lot better hunt.
I'm going to tell you, the other tip that I had, one is never stop scouting. Never stop scouting.
Which goes to what I'm saying.
When you're looking for that acorns, my good friend Ted Craddock taught me how to look for the dominant tree. And if you'll hunt the dominant tree for acorns, that's where you're going to be the luckiest. That's where they're going to come to. And you can tell the dominant tree by the amount of scat and poop there is
In around the bottom of
in
it.
around the bottom of that tree. And you can see where they pop the shells off those acorns. You know they're feeding here. Now, are they going to be there 2 weeks from now? No. They're only going to be on that tree 3 to 5 days, and then they're going to move on. So when you find it, hunt it. But always be scouting for that next tree.
Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with a recipe for you from Miss Shannon Brown and some more Southern Woods and Waters.